Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about composers and score. So, if you don't know what score is any music in the film other than song. So, if you're listening to a film and there's really tense moments, or there's just this beautiful music under a love scene or something, or there's big orchestral music going on, like in The Sound of Music, or one of those sorts of films. That's score. It's not your opening song, it's not your ending song, it's not songs that were either licensed to be in a film or created for a film at all. So you don't want to necessarily hire somebody that is a performer and writes song lyrics to be your composer who does your score. Composers who create scores have gone to school for that sort of thing, and they understand what it is about music that makes people feel in a film, whether it makes them tense, whether it makes them afraid, whether it makes them, just start to fall in love, whatever that emotion is that they're bringing up. So that's the main difference between what score is as opposed to other music. Now, the composer, when they're going about making the score, they can do it a lot of different ways depending on your budget. If you're trying to work economically, they can probably do score electronically with different programs that they have. Then also they can use orchestras, real players, like any sort of instrument player, horn player, whatever, to add to that score. So when they start doing that, it starts to add to the cost of the score, because they may have to rent a studio, they have to rent all of the they have to pay the fees for the people that are going to come in and play the various instruments. Depending on how big your score is, it could become a lot more costly. So those are what the composer is going to be talking to you about when you're getting ready to hire them. I would just, when you're reaching out to composers and you're trying to figure out who the best person for the job is, definitely listen to other things they've done in movies. Don't just listen to the music. Actually, listen to how they put the music together with the movie. That's really important. I mean, all of these people are fantastic musicians, or songwriters, so they can write beautiful music, but it's how it's placed against the music is what you want to see. So again, look at their work, look at their reels, talk to them. What I do is I sometimes ask them if they would mind composing a little piece, or even taking music out of their library and setting it to a piece of my film, just one little scene or whatever, just to give me an idea of how they work, what they're thinking of, their style is. And I haven't had too many problems with people wanting to do that. I'm not necessarily asking them to compose something brand new, just to set something, along with it, that emotes what they would probably do. Sometimes people create something; they're just all into it, and they will create something original. But it's not necessarily needed because they've done so much work. They could probably just pull something out that might, feel right for it. And then you're just going to talk about different influences that you see that you feel is right for the film, and just talk to them about what they feel is good for it, and then come to a mutual sort of understanding of what that's going to sound like in the film. But as far as like I said, composers and score, the biggest thing is that composers are people who write music for film. They know how to emote certain feelings with that music, and those are the kinds of people that you want to be a part of your film project, is film composers. So I hope that answered some of your questions, or just thoughts about what a composer does and what score is.